Hello, lovely people. How's it going? I hope you are doing well. So, we are going to be doing the Walpurgis event today. I was originally going to do this as a stream, but not been feeling 110%. So I was like, you know what? I don't think this event actually is going to take that long to clear. Like, none of the previous Walpurgises have. We could just do it in a video. So, we're just going to do it in a video. We'll just see how it goes. And also, of course, we're doing polls. I am afraid. I'm afraid for my sanity. I'm afraid for what's going to happen. In general, there is real fear because some of the previous Walpurgises have been absolutely horrifying. But I think what we're going to do is start with the event. Like, let's just play the event and then we will treat ourselves or try to cheer ourselves up potentially with the pulls. So let's just dive into the Walpurgis event, Hatred and Despair. I'm very excited for this one. There was some stuff in the trailer that kind of like hinted at certain things and like maybe bits of story and stuff that I'm really excited for. So let's just dive straight in. We love an easy mode. Yes, please. And then suppress. Like, I'm gonna need to suppress my emotions later when I'm trying to do these pulls and I end up inevitably not getting anyone. This is gonna be interesting. I'm excited for the story though. How's the taste? Said they brewed it with tea leaves Zicheng gave us. It's called Bai Hao Yi Shen or something, I think. Oh, never mind, I do need to voice. Well, prepare yourself for this. It's a nice cup that goes down easily. Not as good as Ziren's though. Yeah. Cool wind of... Oh, now I've got to pronounce everything. This is going to be fun. Da Guan Yuan blows under this pavilion. Now that we've survived another huge incident, I was planning to hold some consultation sessions with the sinners like I always do, but I wasn't sure when Mephistopheles was coming back, so I decided to conduct them outdoors. That's actually a great question. How is this going to work? Because we're not with Mephistopheles right now. That's a really good question. I have no idea. Well, a change of scenery can be nice from time to time. As much as I'd love to be a part of that discussion, this thing didn't come with a mouth. Ah, that must be a sore spot, Dante. You've expressed that feeling before, remember? When we were snacking together, you'd say things like that. You gave up the complimentary food, I can't speak, with the warp train from Rhodia too, and you must have been curious of its taste back then. Well, you know, it's not all that bad. I think I'd feel regret and sadness. It's kind of tragic almost. Ever since Honglu severed the cycle that bound hierarchs of Daguan Yuan and sealed Jiren in the temple, he's been making a lot of expressions that I hadn't seen before. Yes! Let him express himself! I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Let's go, my dude. Moreover, lately, I've been getting the impression that he's actively been trying to express his feelings and thoughts, even for things his past self would have simply accepted as is. Like an old dam breaking, its fresh spring water surging to freedom. I can't give you a mouth, but you can trust me to give you a very detailed explanation of flavors, so feel free to ask me anytime. Yeah, thanks. And honestly, I think that's a good thing. Especially because, more so than anything, I could sense that Honglu was gently enjoying these moments. Yay! Give my boy happiness. I don't need a 0.5 event. Just, this is enough. I think I can safely mark him down as experiencing very positive changes in my consultation notes. Though, I'm not sure if any of that'll get through to you, given that you probably don't even remember the taste of food anyway. Let me change that to started on a path to achieving some very positive changes. Excuse me, manager. That's when Sinclair suddenly rushed up to us on the pavilion. What's going on? I know you're in the middle of a consultation, but there's this huge big... I thought that said big ass house, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's this huge big as a house truck by the entrance that's, the point is I think you might need to come and see this. Oi, clockhead. This is my favourite voice to do. I just love it. Is that... The truck was indeed massive. It certainly did live up to all the fuss Sinclair kicked up, but... ain't that something, huh? It didn't seem to me that the other sinners were all that concerned about it. Is everything okay here? Hope it's not another attack on Daguan Yuan. I'm gonna stumble on that word every time. Huh? Nah, ain't. Well, we did suspect that at first, but it's alright. It's because no one on the bus knows how to observe. It's all about the details, get it? Look, it's right there. The company logo. Where? Seriously? It's right there in that corner over there. Oh yeah, it's right there. Yeah, I can see it. Ishmael pointed at something on the vehicle, irritation clear in her voice. I stared real hard at whenever she was pointing at. That's like me trying to put Limbus Company in the thumbnail, but like needing it really out of the way. That's like just shoving it right in the corner. There it is. I managed to find Limbus Company's logo painted on the bus. That is tiny though. It was the size of a palm. They were this close to chopping that truck into a million pieces when I pointed that out. Gotta say, I'm impressed you even managed to make out what it is. Doesn't look like anything other than a smudge to me. Guess eyesight's really the first thing that goes with age. I feel so called out. I feel so targeted because I'm exactly the fucking same. Like, from a distance, blur. It's all a blur. I have to wear glasses, but like, up close, I'm fine. But yeah. God damn, Gregor. How dare you call me out like this? I feel so targeted. I mean, it's kind of their fault for making it so small and inconspicuous, you know? That's because it's not a public-facing vehicle. Sword walked into our circle, dusting her hands and brushing past a few disgruntled words. Sword! This is our research vehicle used by the LCE department. You've used this once before, remember? Extrapolating from the material and color of the truck's cover panel, it could be determined that it is the same transportation device used for the regular checkup. Right on. Ever since you used it safely to arrive at LCE, we've been using it to move the LCC base around. Hang on, does that mean we were your guinea pigs? And guess what? Just today, when we opened the truck to transport a different team... Oi, don't ignore me! Instead of answering Heathcliff's question, Sword walked up to the truck and swung open its rear doors. Oh, in it we saw a mess of machines we saw back then and... Hey, this light. The now familiar green light. Oh, it's in this as well? What? Interesting. I see. Sod, has there been any further modifications to this vehicle since then? Well, I'm not certain on the details, but Elsie's chief research... Hohenheim. Yes, him. Are you two well acquainted? Yeah, that's one way to say it. Not very well, but I do make an effort to remember his minor yet numerous mistakes. Love it. She sounds oddly happy. Anyways, according to the research report he gave us, the vehicle's been modified to allow for universal use across other departments of Limbus Company. LCB's bus, Mephistopheles, right? The report said something about using the back door of that bus as a reference to equip this vehicle with various functions. And that explains why this phenomenon is taking place here. Walpurgis Night. Yet, how is this possible when we sit not astride the bus seats? It is not a theoretical impossibility. Certain major parts of the technology forming its engine have been shared with Hohenheim. It is within the realm of possibility that the engine's influence may be transferred there as well. However, the means by which it has affected this vehicle has to be studied. It seems to comprehend our absence and subsequent separation from the bus. Could it mayhap be reacting to the presence of a golden bow? At this moment, Mephistopheles is currently boarded by Vigilist, Karen, and various other members of LCCB, including Pilot. Therefore, if they have traveled far, your conjecture may be true. Or, there exists a flow that ensures our encounter with the Walpurgis Night regardless of the environment surrounding us. Perhaps. Faust talked to herself, staring pensively into the distance, before turning towards us again with mild resignation. Lead the way, Dante. If it has found us, then it must rightly be observed. The music. Aha, I knew it. It's the former L-Corp's turn. Huh? What do you mean, knew it? Heathcliff opened up a betting pool when our next Walpurgis Night location's going to be. A betting pool? All right. What I say, pay up your gates. You told me it was just about time the patterns changed. No way! But it was just the right time to bet against the odds. By the looks of it, the bet seemed to have been about whether the Walpurgis Night would take us to the library or the Lobotomy Corp headquarters. Imagine one day it takes us to a completely different third one. I hope so. I hope so. Hey, something about this place seems different from the other former L-Corp hallways we saw in the past. Didst thou sense it as well, Manager Esquire? Oh, it is familiar yet unfamiliar indeed. A stage for a play, almost. It's so pretty. Look at the TIFF corridor. It's so pretty. Seems it's gotten wider, too. It's the same long and narrow hallway, but it's slightly wider. While it is unknown as to how many days have passed in these headquarters. Prithee, repeat what you have said. No. This subject can be discussed later when its veracity becomes clearer. Sharing the current circumstances of this place. We find ourselves at the Lobotomy Corp headquarters of a certain day, at its central command to be exact. The very center of the middle layer. Then the ones we visited so far must have been the upper layer. Correct. It is said that the departments of Lobotomy Corporation headquarters were progressively unlocked with the passage of time. And pain! Of players' pain! According to the reports, when the headquarters crumbled and fired that skyward light, it was... Indeed, it appears that with every visit we find ourselves at the further point in time here. As soon as the current day can be pinpointed, we might even be able to experience that day. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Imagine it's building up to, like, that day. Imagine we get, like, iron. I never thought about that. That's a bit worrying, a bit scary, and also super exciting. Perhaps, then... Love it. Well, that didn't take long. We're here to take care of some ordeal or something again, aren't we? Hey, I'm not complaining. We've kind of been loafing around and doing nothing while Jia Shichen left for that grand conference to decide the future of Dag Yuan Yuan or something. But we have so little time. I must prepare a more intense training regimen to make up for lost time. Whichever it is. It'll be F-U-N. Oh god, what was my TIFF voice? I'm presuming this is gonna be TIFF. What's everyone waffling on about? Cue the Sapra. It's angry one this time. Yeah. What did you expect? Some other voice speaking through the central command PA system other than Tifrats? Tifrat, the employees are confused. Please explain the situation to them. Huh? There's two of them? Yes, I'm also Tiprath. The central command, unlike other departments, boasts a rather significant size. It is large enough to have been managed in two areas, A and B. It is said this is why they have two separate Separat managing this department. Yeah, and it's a lot, even between both of us, which is why it's up to you to be more thorough. Yeah, bring out the ordeal already. What are we destroying this time? Like I said, what are you all waffling on about? There's been an abnormality containment breach. The whole company's about to go belly up because everyone else is off trying to suppress the mess on the other side. Then the alarm that was blaring all through the company suddenly went quiet. Oh no. The second warning. Ugh, great. Look what you did, you bunch of slackers. Get to our headquarters now. Deal with the blue entity. The voice. I completely forgot what my TIFF voice was, so you just had angry person. You're welcome. We're just straight into the fight.
저건 좀 복잡하네. 솔직하게 말할게. 나한테는 좀 어려워. 이건 너희가 해결 못해도 이해할게.
Alright. Oh, yes. Oh. Recording the information gathered from an encounter with the entity. Previous experiences with Walpurgis Night. Let's fucking go. Sorry. Particularly in cases with... I love how I'm not feeling well, but this is still getting me hype as hell. I'm just like, I'm also like, tune. Lobotomy Corporation headquarters was the destination, have been battles against entities known as ordeals. However, this scenario in which its participants had to be placed in a containment breach situation provides an opportunity to encounter an abnormality contained within the headquarters. As such, this record will, while reflecting as much as the information that was contemporaneously available with the abnormality's containment, explore the contrast with the risk level assignments system devised by LCE. According to the extracted information, the entity was labelled the Night of Despair, a humanoid, sapient and sentient entity. A notable aspect of this abnormality is that it possesses a particularly direct connection with other abnormalities, each of which will be briefly touched upon later in this report. It seems that this group of abnormalities has called themselves magical girls. At this moment, it is difficult to access information that holds answers to questions as to what does this magical girls terminology refer to, or have they once truly existed. However, encountering all of these entities and extracting information from them should prove to be an avenue from which one might learn about the lesser-known part of the city's truths. According to the available records, the headquarters once managed 00104, the Queen of Hatred, and 00164, the King of Greed. In addition to the entity in question, 0173, the Night of Despair. I hope we get this one as well. All magical girls were categorized with the risk level VAV, I think. And it seems that LC is labeled the Night of Despair a VAV4 entity. Referring to the record of its management procedures, the conditions for containment breach incident with this abnormality are rather specific, which means that it does not occur often. Therefore, it is possible to understand how some might come to conclude that it does not actually pose any particular high level of danger. However, significant casualties are expected once it does escape. It can be rather confidently said that from the available information, this entity should be ranked at least a VAV 5 or 6. However, it appears that the availability of the suppression method, which has already been made available in written form, has influenced the LCE designation. A predictable conclusion drawn by the minds of those who do not face these dangers on the field. It seems that all information can be garnered and enumerated prior to the actual encounter has been recorded. Concluding the report. This report seems particularly personal. Hey, I've been thinking, does it seem to you guys that FOW seems to get a lot more invested when it comes to LCE related things? That is patently untrue, a clear misunderstanding. Now, misunderstanding my foot, remember when we all stepped in for that regular checkup, you guys all saw her bickering back and forth with that Hohenheim dude, right? Another misunderstanding, Hohenheim is not someone of any importance, at least not enough to bicker with FOW, so he's always hovering somewhere underneath her radar. The roast. You sure? You two look super Chloe. The entry continues, but it's obscured by what appears to be visual noise. Did she just take her writing privileges away? Was Rodian trying to say that there's like tension between the two of them? Oh my god, that's hilarious. Holy shit, that's really funny. I'm not gonna lie to you, that is hilarious. Okay. I was not expecting Rodian to be like, you two should just get a room. Okay. Oh, okay, it's sinking. Cool. All right. Well, we've gone for bleed, so let's see how this goes. Well, mostly bleed. Okay, cascading despair. So if target is 4 plus sinking, coin power plus 1. Oh, actually, Yi-Sang could be an issue here. Okay. Inflict cold black tears equal to the, number of remaining coins. So cold black tears, max stack 5. Gain 1 clash power down. If this unit's hit while it has this effect, lose stack times 2 SP. If the Queen of Hatred reduces this effect, heal 5 SP. This effect cannot reduce this unit's SP below 40. So it inflicts a lot of sinking. Sharp teardrops, should have brought Faust for me. If target has 4 plus sinking, coin power plus 1. If target has 20 or higher SP, base power plus 1. Inflict cold black tears equal to the number of remaining coins. Okay, and we don't know the rest yet. And then passives. So takes 50% damage from burn, bleed, tremor, rupture, and sinking. Ran it down. If this unit is hit with a cracked unbreakable coin, does not activate the target's sinking effect. Oh, okay. Well, that should be interesting. All right. Well, let's just give this a cheeky little whirl and see how we crack on. Okay, it looks like it can stagger quite early, but usually that's for a reason. Oh dear, this is already looking a little bit nasty. Okay, alright, let's see how this goes. I mean, this is only the easy one. It's actually the harder one that's usually a bit more of a concern. But the design is stunning, dude. I'm concerned about the amount of sinking that he might be about to apply right now. Oh, let's go! Yi-Sang popping off my king. God, the music is such a tune. Oh, ish. Not great, but hey, we're applying those status effects, and that's what we want. This one's kind of elaborate, huh? Floating swords are so hard to parry. It's got such a long reach, and it's so thin that I can hardly see where it's... Ah! As if to prove Sinclair's words, the Azure abnormality fired another volley of thrusting swords in our direction. Just as we braced... Yeah! Rays of pink light coalesced before Sinclair, materializing before someone rushed onto the scene and parried away the flying swords. Her again, leaping right into the action the moment the second warning goes off. Oh, I've got to come up with a voice. You're... Sorry, I'm late. No, that's awful. I hate that voice. Sorry, I'm late. Let's go for that. Here comes Magical Girl! That's awful still, but it's better than Hey! So cute! Oh my god, amazing. That's awesome. She's on the team? She's on the team. Oh my goodness, she's on the team. What skill does she have? So with love and justice, and then in the name of justice, and then Arcana beats, of course. Mainly targets. What do you mean? Sub-targets the ally with the most of this. Oh, okay, that's fine. It inflicts 0 damage and does not activate the effects of sinking against allies. Oh, but removes it. Okay, and then Arcana Slave. Does not deal damage against the Sword of a Forgotten Knight. Ends turn when hitting enemies with Weathered Knight. The knight who wants to redeem herself by saving others is now dishonorably called the Knight of Despair, forgotten from people's memory just like others. All that remains is the hollow pride of a weathered knight. Exhausted and unable to move. Oh, I love these like little facts that you get in. That's so sick. Looks like I'll have to use this power chanting Arcana Slave. Oh, it's 0 shield HP. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. There's now swords. Sword of a Forgotten Knight. All right, so what can these do? Faded Faith. Clash power. See, is it similarly where you've got to defeat the swords and then you can attack her again? Because that's what it was like in Limbus. Not Limbus, Library of Ruina, sorry. We'll check that. Target is 10 or higher SP base power +1, 20 or higher SP coin power +1, clash power +1 for every 4 sinking on the target, weathered pride, and then sword laced with grief. Ugh, I hate unbreakables. So if a sword with helpless tears reaches 0, it stabs the Knight of Despair. That's what happens in Library of Ruina, right? Okay, so that's similar. So how do you get it to be that way? It might just be you like defeat it maybe. Does not activate that. If there's enemy with chanting Arcana, Slave prioritizes that unit. If this unit's HP does not drop below 1 when it does not have helpless tears, turn end. If this unit HP drops to 1 when it does not have helpless tears, or heals back to full HP. Okay, I'm not 100% sure how you get it to helpless tears, but what we're gonna do is we're just gonna attack and find out. And then you're just still doing your thing, but it looks like you've got Clash leaves deal minus 80% damage and damage dealt by the skill cannot stagger the target. Oh, for God's sake! What is that bollocks? Oh, that's just shit. That's shit. I don't like that at all. Can you not do that, please, to me? Because that is very mean and rude. And can you stop aiming everything at Gregor, please? It's just freaking rude. Well, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Oh, good Lord. Okay, right. What am I meant to do with that? Who's it even aiming at? It's aiming at Ish. Oh, the other one's better. Well, okay. That's who was Ish? That one. Well, at least it's only against one of them and you're doing your own thing. Okay, cool. Let's just see what happens. At least this is the easy one, so... Oh, she's got a shield. That's probably what it is that you have to defeat the swords to then get them to stab it to get rid of that shield. That's probably what it is. I should have really read it. I just didn't do that. Yes, get him. Let's go.
제압 효과가 굉장히 좋았어. 기록적인 피해량인 것 같아.
Oh, that's unfortunate, Greg. Let's go-ish. Still gonna be something horrible what's about to happen to you, though. Oh, I think it's just actually applying the tears. Okay. Oh, okay, that's fine. So cute. Oh, this is gonna be horrible and hard. Good lord. Oh, this is just such a tune. Alright. We've nearly got... Okay, helpless tears. Right, so it says... What does it say about helpless tears? There you go. So if a sword with helpless tears reaches 0, it stabs the knight of despair. So we need to get that one down this turn. Oh, not again. Sorry, it's such a tune. Honestly, I can't stop dancing. Prepare. To be fair, theoretically, I actually don't really need to do that one. Oh! Okay! There we go. Oof. Now I do have a slight concern, which I'm gonna find out if it's valid or not in a minute. Which is if I get it to 0 and it, like, I feel like you need to attack it. All right, calm down. I feel like you need to like attack it, get it to have the crying, and then there we go. There's one. Oh. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my god, that's so dope. Right, helpless tears. Oh, okay, yeah. So I think what it does is that you attack it to a point. If it gets below a certain amount of HP, it then gets the helpless tears. But if it gets to 0 and it doesn't have that on, it refreshes it completely. Right, which is what I thought might happen, and I was worried that it wouldn't. It did. So that's really annoying, but it's fine. Have you just popped out another new skill out of your ass? Okay, you probably have. Okay, great. We love that for you. Good for you. Oh, you have the skill I want. Yes, perfect. Ooh, he is not a great one to take that. Hang on then. Do this. Unless you can... Not any better, okay. It's red coin versus red coin. Let's go. Oh, he's just so cool. Yeah, I was a much better one to deal with that. Don did not deal with that well at all.
우리앗을 막는 증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을!
너희는 잘 해낼 거야.
Okay, we need to get this one down this time. Unfortunately, this one didn't develop the thing. I'm really hoping we'd have to... Oh, actually, I was going to say, the shield's actually gone, so that's good. We definitely need to get this one down this time, though. Okay, hang on. Ooh. Tell you what, it's only 60 though, so tell you what, if I do this and then that, and then we'll just ignore that move. Oh, that's not what I want to see. Okay. Oh, actually the shield is still there. Damn it, that's not what I wanted to see at all. Okay, well that would be 2. Oh, hang on, it's actually going against her. Oh, it's actually going against her anyway. Oh. Oh, okay, well... to be fair then, I'll just let that do its thing. I don't really do anything else. That I just need to make sure it's down this turn, so I just add you on there. Add you on there. Sorry, that one. Just do that. Yeah, okay. That should definitely be enough to get these swords down. Unfortunately, I have a feeling you men have had both swords like stab into it by that point.
어렵지 않지? 이미 관찰 기록에 있는 유형대로만 공격하면 되잖아.
관찰 기록을 잘 읽은 것 같네. 훌륭했어.
I love the design. It's so dope. It's so cool. Oh! Okay. Oh, there's a lot of them staggered. That's not what I wanted to see. But the good news is, at least... Yeah, I didn't kill anyone, but the good news is at least this one's got this now. So if I can get this down this turn, then her shield is hopefully gone. Or she might stagger, is what I'm hoping. Okay, so let's see. Oh, Yisangs. Not doing what I wanted. Okay, that's fine. I think everything's aiming that way anyway, so I'm actually just going to put everything into this sword, genuinely. Yeah. Okay. I think unfortunately, because she didn't have the final sword in her, I think it didn't do what I wanted it to do, which is really frustrating. Oh, actually, no, that did actually still do a lot of damage. I think it actually bypassed the shield completely. Yes, right, that's what I thought was going to happen. Okay. Woo, right, let's go.
잠깐. 진짜? 왜 부서팀장을 안 달아줬지?
Oh, yeah, I'm enough for that. That's fine. Do we have enough, Ooh, we do. This can help. It's good to know that bypasses shield, though. I like using my Walpurgis IDs in a Walpurgis. Oh yeah, this is gonna do some damage. Oh yeah, we're fine. Yeah! We did it. Ooh, that was fun. Ooh, the hard one is gonna be horrible.
이번 제압은 끝이야. 너희들도 고생 많았어. 티페리트, 너도.
언젠가 우리도 모든 게 끝날 때가 오면 좋겠네.
그때가 되면 휴식을 기다리며 고향의 노래를 부르고 있겠지.
Oh, I hope I get there. I hope I get their announcers in the polls. I'll have to see.
I feel so bad, but she won't be a threat to you now. Art thou terribly a veritable magical maiden? Of course I am. I'm a magical girl fighting to vanquish these evil arcana. Then this magic in the legendary codices does exist for truth. And thy most fashionable costume be forsooth to gather the magical powers. Don Quixote, calm yourself. Huh? Where are you guys going?
Faust somehow managed to precisely snatch Don Quixote's wildly flapping arms mid-motion and dragged her away from the magical girl and back to our group.
Where thoughts did thou drag me from this consultation of great significance?
I have mountains of questions to ask her.
That thing is no magical girl.
What is with thy conspiratorially low voice in this?
Huh? 00104, wrist level valve. It is a veritable abnormality dubbed the Queen of Hatred for recording purposes.
See? That maiden there is an abnormality. Yet she speaketh and appeareth like a human. And to label someone whose sheer appearance exudes justice Queen of Hatred.
I believe that has been impressed upon you many times in the past, that abnormalities should not be judged by their exteriors. Indeed, they possess the sense of self, they think and they feel. Perhaps by the head's standards they may meet the criteria of what is considered a human. However, that is an abnormality, no more, no less.
We slowly turn around to look at the blue-haired thing, compelled by Faust's stern tone. But it was just there, humming a light tune, swinging that staff around.
Oh, the light. Wonderful. Looks like I managed to protect the peace once again.
And when the red light turned off and the alarm stopped blaring in our ears, it puffed away with the same pink swirl of light she just first appeared with.
Phew, this is annoying. Why did that abnormality have to be contained at our department?
Holy shit! There's like swords through people's faces and shit. Holy crap.
It couldn't be helped, Tiff. Not even the manager knows which abnormalities will appear at the headquarters.
Yeah, that's true.
But she just gets on my nerves, you know? Always showing up at the tail end of a huge mess like the second warning, barely doing anything to help, leaving the scene like she did something. And you know how she completely loses it unless we baby her all the time, right? Tifrith, the mic is still on.
Yeah, so let them listen. The employees have to know that this abnormality is still an abnormality at the end of the day, I guess.
Her management appears to be quite the source of stress, it seems.
Yet aught is odd here. The maiden hath assisted us dearly in our battle, did she not? To suggest that she is hardly of any help is preposterous.
Please review this document. It is a consolidation of management reports for that abnormality from the former L Corp. Fortunately, it seems that an extended period of management experience has left quite a detailed report behind.
Hup. Oh, damn. She wasn't kidding about having to baby this one, huh? The sinner's expressions all start to turn rather sour the further they read along in the report. I skimmed through it and looks like she's got this compulsive obsession that she always has to be on the side of justice. She grows more and more hysterical the longer the peaceful period lasts. What's her problem? Got anything to say on that, oh great scholar of fixers? Ahem. Indeed, 'tis quite different from what I anticipated. As fortune should have had it, we did not encounter the mutated form of the Queen of Hatred today. However, as they also possess such a thing as psychological stability or sanity, it seems that employees assigned to this abnormality had the responsibility to keep it at higher levels at all times. It could not have been easy to put up with humoring a monster in human skin. At least humoring them is the extent of the required efforts at this point. You are implying that the management of abnormalities entails something far more complicated than simply calibrating their sanity at a reasonable level. Yes, that is correct. It seems that this headquarters is yet to extract a larger quantity of abnormalities. A moment, if you will. To say that they extract. Yi-sang furrowed his brows and started noticing a strangeness in her choice of words, but we already found ourselves returned to the mess of machinery that was the LCE vehicle. It seems that this is where this scenario ends. Dante, as there may be further information that can be garnered from this experience, repeated visits to this Walpurgis Night is also recommended. Okay, got it. Yi-sang approached Faust on his earlier question, but Faust only shook her head in response as if to say that she wasn't certain or that she couldn't tell him just yet. To me, someone who doesn't even know what's going on with the company they're working for, all these stories from the former L-Corp and the library are filled with nothing but confusing mysteries. But something about it makes me feel as though everything that happened in those two places are the one's foundations and clues as to what we're going through. Maybe I can even use those moments to understand the stories I've forgotten, the purpose of this company I work for. So, well, who's up for a second run? Let's, like Faust, focus on looking for those clues left behind. So that was the story part of the Walpurgis with the fight. Very enjoyable fight. I like how it still incorporated the mechanics of having to like fight the swords, and then obviously that would then stagger the Night of Despair, and then you can kind of attack. So that was something I recognized from Library of Ruina, from obviously doing those fights and stuff. And I love that it was building up the arcade beats. Like, I feel like they just incorporated the Queen of Hatred and the Night of Despair into it really nicely. I would have liked if there'd been maybe like a bit more of an explanation of the Night of Despair's reasoning, like in this bit, because it kind of hints at it like in the trailer and stuff, and I kind of would have liked if there had been like a little bit more on that side, considering that the abnormalities can kind of like be like seen as people, kind of like how the Queen of Hatred was, and you know, she kind of explained little bits, and then Tiff and stuff kind of explained more, and Faust explained some. But I would have liked if they'd maybe had like a moment with the Night of Despair sort of like, you know, breaking out or losing control or something along those lines to kind of have that little bit of motivation. I think there could have been some really awesome voice acting in there, but regardless, it was still really fun to see and really great. And like, you know, like for me who's done library, like a really nice throwback to that. So that made me happy. What has the option to make me happy now is the pulls. I can either be super happy or it's going to be absolutely horrendous. So I'm quite scared. I'm really trying not to dig into this lunacy. The plan is to get everything. That is the plan. That's what we want, of course. And obviously we know there's the magical girl announcer and there's the Tiff announcer. We know that we've got the essentially magical girl ego and an ID, as well as the flipping, oh, here we go. So yeah, we've got the two IDs. So we've got a Rhodian ID, so we need to get 2 announcers, an ego, and 2 IDs. That is what we're aiming for. What we're probably gonna get, I don't know, but we're gonna do pulls. We'll see how we go. I'm refusing to wail, but I would at least like to get the 2 IDs so I can do the story bits for them, because I'd like to include that in this video as well, because it'd be sick. But if I also get the ego, that'd be really great. The announcers are definitely a bonus, but in all honesty, in my history, I always end up getting the announcers. So let's just do some pulls and see. We don't have a lot of tickets. We've been worn thin recently. Oh, we've got something green and glowy, and that's what we like to see. That's a good start. God damn it, it's something I already have. What? What are you doing in there? Oh, this is already not off to a great start. Okay. I want it all to come home in one single pull.
균형을 잃은 게 아니야.
What?
더 세게 후려치려고 기웃거린 거지.
That's not what I wanted, but I'll take it. Cool Heathcliff ego. Okay, that's cool. Do you know what? I've never even seen this one. Like, as in, like, tried it or anything. I literally have no idea what this one's like. Is that what I wanted? It's not. But hey, I'll take it. Right. Where's my green? There's a distinct lack of green here. There we go. Right. This is not a journey to give me something from every other fucking Walpurgis. Now I'm going into my actual lunacy. Let's not do this today. Please. Don't be playing this game with me today. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. Come on, I'm already ill. Why do you hate me? Oh, this is Gregor 2.0. This is actually Gregor 2.0. This is actually what's happening right now. Are you being serious? Are you actually being serious right now? Are you actually fucking kidding me? Again! I mean, at least you're giving me the stuff to bloody Sharda when it comes back in 6 months. Oh, come on! You're taking the piss. Now you're just taking my Arknight's funds, and that's unacceptable. Nah! Nah, this is absolutely outrageous. You are actually taking my Arknight's funds now, and this is not on. What is happening? I've done 80 pulls and I've literally gotten nothing. Are you kidding me right now? I am pulling in the right fucking banner, aren't I? I'm gonna have to draw a line at some point. Genuinely. This might be the record for the worst Walpurgis pulls I've ever done. At least in the other ones, I got something early. This is so bad. What in the absolute fuck? Oh, thank God it's green. 100 pulls to get to something green. If this is not the entire roster. Oh, this had better be something fucking good. Okay, we've got the Rhodian, thank fuck!
너를 처음으로 담당했다는 볼품없는 금지밖에 없는데 결국 선택받는 건 그쪽이야?
This Rhodian is stunning, so I'm really happy I've got this Rhodian, because I keep saying I want a Rhodian to main. Like, I've been looking for a Rhodian, like, ID to main. So this definitely is a contender, so I'm gonna absolutely be building this Rhodian and trying to figure out a team. Like, I wanted to get this Rhodian. Like, with Dawn, I want the Queen of Hatred, of course, I really do. But I can kind of live without it because I have, like, Blood Fiend. So, like, who's so strong anyway, and who I use all the time. I don't have a Rhodian I use all the time. So I'm really happy I got a Rhodian, at least, because I wanted to get a Rhodian. Why have I got 3? Oh, is that for the... Oh. Right, what are we on? 110 pulls, and I literally got a Rhodian. As if I couldn't feel any worse. Look at my lunacy. This is absolutely awful. Oh, mate, this is bad. Oh, right, we're just gonna do a couple more. Genuinely, guys. In all honesty, thank fuck Gregor isn't on this banner, because I genuinely would be pulling the wallet out. I'm so glad he isn't, because this is going absolutely horrendous. I can say right now, anyone who's ever left me a comment saying streamer pulls, just look at my Walpurgis pulls and you will see how horrendous I do in Walpurgises. This is so bad. Oh, just why? Why do you hate me? This is so bad. Oh my god. I'm so depressed. Are you kidding me? Okay, thank god it's green again. Right, this is the last set of pulls that we're doing for this because I can't. Okay, we got something, and I swear to god if it's another Rhodian, I might physically... Okay. Thank god! Oh. Right. Good. That I was about to become the Queen of Hatred. Are you kidding me? How many more? I've got 30 more. Do you know what? I'm just going to do the 30 and then at least I can get something for free. I might as well because then at least I can just get the, no, wait. Oh, did I just get the ego? Oh, shite. Oh, what did the... Right, okay, right. I'm just going to do the last 30 fucking pulls. Oh my god. I might never do a Walpurgis again, honestly, unless Greg was in it, because no, actually, that was even worse. I'm just going to do the last 30. I might as well. And then at least I can get the ID. And so at least it will have been somewhat worth it. I've gone this far. I might as well. And if I get an announcer, wonderful. This is absolutely diabolical. Oh, look at my freaking lunacy. That hurts. That hurts. I mean, the good news is I know I'm getting my wallet out for art nights because there's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to cope otherwise. Right. That's my 200. So yeah, so I've got that. So I'm just going to get, let me just check that is correct. I'm just going to make sure before I do this because I'm going to be really annoyed if I get something I've already got. Yeah, ego. Yeah. Oh, is that over yearning? Oh, okay. It's going to be a choice. Right, we're just going to get the ID as well. And then I might as well.
사랑과 평화를 수호원자들의 이야기가 여기에 적혀있지.
You're lucky. You're cute.
바로 우리 마법 소녀들 같지 않은가? 해결사란 건 이런 거구나.
This is my worst set of Walpurgis pulls ever. I'm too ill to be angry about it. I'm just sad. Just made me sad. I hope you're happy, game. I hope you're happy with how sad you've made me. That is taking the absolute piss. The good news is she's so... Oh, yeah, I always forget I have Hey Show Brat. I should have built that one as well. Well, it's fine. Right. See, the nice thing is sinking. So, lovely jubbly. Great news for me. Let's do the up-tie stories. Hopefully I've got enough to up-tie. Yeah, I've got enough to up-tie to where I need to get to.
내게서 추출한 눈물과 별자리를 가지고 네가 나를 선택했고.
Oh, she is absolutely gorgeous. Let's at least read the fucking stories.
관리자님의 명령을 수행해야만 하니까.
Leave me a comment with how your pulls went, because I guarantee you, I don't think they went that bad. I genuinely, and if anyone had worse pulls than me, I'm so sorry. That was diabolical. That was worse than my previous one. Oh. The child's footsteps alone exude a crushing sense of melancholy. This is me now. I'm the Knight of Despair. I've officially become the Knight of Despair. I just need to drop a tear. I just need to draw a teardrop on my face. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this actually would be so sick to cosplay, but oh my god. Every step insidiously seemed to convey these distracting thoughts and palpable dissatisfaction to the very hallways of the welfare team. This sensation becomes even more blatant, more invasive when she passes the once familiar and frequenting containment unit. Why wasn't I chosen? Why didn't you choose me? Conveys the resentful heart. Hey, Miss Rhodian. Another busy day, huh? Miss Rhodian? Hey, sorry, I, was thinking about something else. Are you sure that you're okay? Heard you've been pulling a lot of all-nighters lately. I guess I really do look that tired, huh? Yeah, the manager's been assigning me so many containment units recently. Oh man, maybe you should talk to Mr. Chesed about this. I mean, it kinda doesn't make sense for them to be neglectful of a welfare team's employees' welfare, right? Even the separate have to answer to someone, you know? It's entirely up to the manager to decide which abnormality we get to work on. That's true. I've got the opposite problem. I keep getting assigned to the same abnormality over and over again. It wasn't even that interesting. Most of the time she just doesn't say anything or just whines and moans, so I'm usually the one who has to talk. And whenever she did say something, it just never made any sense, you know? Saying stuff like she used to be, a knight? Oh yeah, right! Are you headed to manage 00173 again? No, ever since the abnormality gave me something, I don't know, the manager's not been assigning me to any management tasks. I'm not complaining since I've been really tired of late, but I just hope I'm not getting intentionally excluded from work. Wanna swap schedules with me then? Oh, I can't possibly. You're the team's model employee, Miss Rodian. I couldn't even dream of surviving your PEC schedule. I'm just not good enough for that. Oh, sorry. I'd love to sit here and talk, but I really gotta get going now, so... yeah, then go. Good luck with your day, too. The child stares blankly in the employee's general direction as he slowly walks away. She wasn't looking at the employee. It's that floating thing above his head. A sigil, a gift from an abnormality. It's the blessing. The blessing of a proud knight bestowed upon those she promises to protect. The blessing can provide highly effective protection for the employee in battle against abnormalities or ordeals, but those are insignificant details for the child. All that matters is, why wasn't she chosen? What's so better about him than her anyway? What'd he do better than her to deserve this? Her mind, captured by a sense of inferiority, spirals endlessly with question after question of this nature. So, she glares at him like she's trying to bore a hole into him. This child was transferred from a different team to the welfare team when it first opened. The reasoning behind the manager's decision was clear. A new VAV risk level abnormality had appeared, the Night of Despair. To manage the 00173, an employee of sufficient competency was needed. And she was indeed quite competent. It had been a while since her employment began, and the sheer fact that she was still alive was proof enough of her value. Thus, she became the first employee to manage 00173. There was positives to this decision to pair them together. The abnormality's ego gear was quite good, and it was a rather easy abnormality for the child to handle. However, the downside was that the reason this child found it easy to handle this particular recent humanoid abnormality, 00173, was that she felt free to share all of her thoughts with it. And that led to her developing this idea that they were kindred souls, that they were friends. Imagine being her, deprived of the blessing, the very token of that friendship. Imagine watching that very token being given to someone else entirely. Maybe she spent too much time in that ego gear, enough to have her senses corroded by that cold, depressing sensation. That would have been better than whatever this was. Because the child would never have to feel this sense of betrayal towards that abnormality. The manager's decision, however, was quite precisely made. The child, who was quite exceptional, did not need the blessing. It was better given to a still fledgling employee to improve his chance of survival early on in his career. Which is why he constantly assigned the child to different abnormalities to prevent her from gaining the blessing. He already knows everything there is to know about this abnormality even before he assigns it to a containment unit. Well, let's continue on. That detail is of not much of importance anyway. What matters is that there was no way for the manager to explain his thought process to the child. The other employee, much less competent than the child, ended up in a cold, dead corpse in a merciless condition of this company. Been a while. And when the abnormality escaped, the hollow pride that she still sought to protect, someone broken, it encountered an employee with an icy glare. No, her old friend. You've become so twisted that you can't even return my greeting. More than that boring, old, useless self-loathing over failing to protect that kid, isn't it? That's just what you are, what you do, after all. So, why didn't you just choose me? I wouldn't have gone out like that kid did. Not that pointlessly, anyway. A wailing cry tears across the very space itself, a reply or an expression of wrath stung by her words. The floating blades soon gather around her. Gonna skewer me with your sharpened swords, huh? Fine. The child raised her own blade in preparation, the same blade as the ones floating about the abnormality. Still, it still hurts me deep inside that you did not choose me. But I realize that I can't mope around forever. I'm busy as hell. Got plenty of employees I've got to protect. A whole bunch of rookies just got hired, you know. The upper layer's doing even worse. Miss Malkuth's finally about to snap from the crushing workload, apparently. They say that she's been acting stranger and stranger as of late. So I've got to get up there and help them out. I don't have any more time to waste messing around with you. The child bites her lower lip determined and assumes a fighting stance. Sure, I don't even have a smidge of pride left, but that doesn't stop the burden on my shoulders from growing, does it? So, I'm gonna live up to that responsibility at least. Let's go home, 0173. The child will probably survive this suppression effort. She'll succeed at it too, but her suffering will continue and her sense of gloom will eat her alive. Her unusually high level of attunement with the ego gear makes her stronger, but allows for deeper corrosion. And the longer she wears it, the more resonant the abnormality's voice shall become in her head, torturing her. It is inevitable, even still. She will work herself to the bone and fight on to take responsibility for the tasks that are given to her. Because that, in her mind, is the only way for her to be chosen, if such a thing even happens. Fitting, isn't she? Her distorted thoughts, they fit this cold, cold corporation so well. Oh, that was a good story. Oh, so fitting for Rodian's character. It's so in-fitting. I love it. What a great representation. Incredible design. I absolutely love this design. I think it looked absolutely stunning. Just, the answer is yes. But I also love that she felt this kind of bond with this abnormality, this kind of side-by-side, like, fated bond with them. But obviously it was the corporation itself and the manager, Lion, I believe, at the time, that wasn't obviously assigning her to the Night of Despair because, and to have this blessing because she was too strong and she was strong enough to be able to handle other abnormalities, and the rookies were kind of getting it. So she felt that kind of sense of betrayal and almost began to embody what the Night of Despair is themselves, and almost took on that role of the Night of Despair herself physically, that she couldn't necessarily grant blessings upon people, but she wanted to protect them physically. And obviously, as we saw in there, the Night of Despair was obviously crying because the person she'd given the blessing to died, and she almost felt that was her reason for kind of breaking out and attacking things. And she felt this kind of like not only sense of betrayal from the Night of Despair, but this kind of resignment of like, I'm gonna take care of this and then I've got to go and help the others. Because as we know, the further into LobCorp things got, the more that the Sephiroths began to kind of lose sight and dissociate and, you know, like, not transform. My brain, I still don't feel great. You know, it all went to shit, basically. So we're just gonna have a quick look at the skills. So the Night Sanctuary. So the target is 6 sinking, coin power +1, and gain 2 deep tears. So it's a unique charge. Oh, resource use of percent. Oh, that's interesting. Then final power for every sinking. I mean, I've got a nice little sinking squad that this would fit quite nicely into. So that's nice. So I can definitely put together my sinking squad. Every 2 protecting sword. Oh, interesting. Sinking. Oh, and then Arcana Pierce. That's cool. Interesting. Oh. The Knight's Faith. Gain shield equal to the SP of this max unit HP. Gain 3 deep tears. At 3 tiers sharpened, lose 15 XP and gain 1 tier sharpened. Ooh, wow, there's a few. There's a clashable counter as well. Damn, okay, I'm looking forward to getting to use her. Because, yeah, she definitely thinks she's going to be where I'm going to pop her. And then I'll have to have a look at that one myself. And then here we go. So we've also got Magical Girl Dawn. Yay. Question is, do I even have enough to actually build her fully? I actually... Oh, hang on. Let's do this instead. We should do that one. There we go. Grand, right.
자, 진정들 하시게. 이 몸이 등장했으니 환상체 탈출 제압, 격리실 관리, 정신이 나가버린 직원 체험, 무엇이든지 좋네. 본인이
Right, let's go through this story as well.
도움이 될 테니 꼭 부르게.
'Tis day 26. What a merry, fantastic day it was once again. Oh, this is so cute, for today was the day which I veiled a chance to with our dearest fellow magical maiden. explore the tales of fixers of the northern regions whose conveyance of justice was most valiant. Oh, how tedious it must be for all the maidens to be incarcerated in such a barren, claustrophobic chamber, bereft of a morsel of simulation. She who deserves to breathe free air, fighting evil by moonlight. Nay, one must always remain wary of the truth that she is but an abnormality, not to mention that I, as a captain, must set a proper example for the other employees. I must better categorize this under the label of attachment work. Aha, but of course all mine efforts preparing various props that align with the abnormality's preferences, conversing for long hours with her, were all but an honest toil to prevent abnormality 00104 Quillpoth's counter from decreasing. Must be emphasized that any suggestion or allegations that I did all of this for the sake of mine entertainment, or that I voluntarily stayed past work hours to obtain her ego gift, are most preposterous accusations for which I do protest with vehemence. This record be the witness of mine earnestness. This is quite bizarre that my handwriting hath become so squiggly and anxious. Afore I am to proceed with some deep breaths. Thus I shall herefor to describe the lore of this arcana she explained to me. From what I hear, she's one of the veritable magical girls who are destined to battle villains. A great will in the need of observers of justice to stand tall before the overwhelmingly powerful might be villains, mighty minor or major arcana, hath chosen them and transformed them into magical girls. As arcana itself is but a neutral force of magic, it can be possessed and moulded by both good and evil. Only those who are free from corrupting allures of its power, only with a steadfast vision for justice may be hailed magical girls. She claimeth to have one of the senpai, meaning that she is the least experienced or perhaps the youngest out of them all, and hath explained that for one moment she simply found herself arising in this facility. As I was the one to enter her chamber at the moment of her awakening, she mistook me to be the agent of the arcana. She was quite hostile to me then, which was quite troublesome to resolve that misunderstanding. Magical girls, the arcana, much did she befuddle me with words I found so peculiar and unfamiliar, until I espied a common theme. All of these stories she shared with me, none were too dissimilar from the tales of the fixers of the city. Though, following my employment here at the Lobotomy Corporation, I was behooved to relinquish this old dream of mine of becoming a fixer. If only I could dream again by donning the identity of a magical maiden of justice. Ah, what joy that would be indeed. I inquired with haste, prithee, how doth one become a subject of this choosing? A great tragedy it was, for she explained that she knew not why she'd been chosen or how one goes about becoming a chosen one. Yet I came upon a revelation upon observing the ego gear extracted from her. Were I to be equipped with this very staff and outfit, the very essences of love and justice, I may be a magical maiden of justice as well. She could not find it within herself to believe it at first. Outfit is hardly what maketh a magical girl, she vocerated. Yet she soon came to see eye to eye. Mine most honest-hearted thirst towards justice, this burning righteous wrath against evil. Moreover, when she witnessed my battle against breached abnormalities, when she came to assist with our suppression efforts, she, verily, was the moment of revelation for her as well, that I am forsooth a veritable and excellent magical maiden at justice herself. We are now together protectors of the justice at this company, though the separate always diminish us, admonishing us more trouble than help, though other colleagues who have experienced loss at the hands of the abnormalities may impart resentful sentiments against us. I know this to be the truth. That true magical girls are stubborn strugglers, survivors weathering whatever terrible adversity that cometh their way. 'Tis no wild naive ramblings of a dream-consumed one. In fact, ever since my transfer to this central command team to manage this magical maiden, I have preserved and conducted repeated attachment work on her, and that hath lifted me to the position of a captain. And, as manager Esquire hath found this development, the lowered containment breach rate for the magical 00104 most satisfying. Both Tifreth, sir, and lady both spoken thusly indeed. Oh? Perplexing, is that supposed to imply that she used to breach containment? Yet in my recollections, I was her one and only manager ever since was the first contained in the central command. Yet I've no memory of her breaching containment. Well, nothing to concern myself with. Truthfully, I am quite bubbling with excitement for what tomorrow holds, and it shan't be peace that awaits me, nay, it shan't be. For that would is a detriment to be the worth of mine existence. Is it? How strange, 'tis almost her sentiments are rubbing off on me. Verily, the existence of peace hath no business with my usefulness. This must be fatigue speaking. I must visit this welfare team, for it hath opened anew today. In today's management session, she claimed that there was a strange stir in the air. Perchance one of her elusive senpai hath arrived here as an abnormality. I must go meet the employee responsible for her management post-haste. Well, with jolly anticipation for what tomorrow holds, I'm trying to see like what's in the background here. Can't really tell. Thus doth my daily journeying come to an end. Oh, so it's almost like she was becoming... Oh, that's interesting, the images in the background. It was almost like she was like trying to avoid getting like too close to her, but also was kind of, in a weird way, it almost seems like she's using her to make this dream of her wanting to become a fixer come true. But then was also like, no, I wasn't doing it in that way. But also like, you know, I have a certain role and I've got to play a certain role, but also like, it kind of feels like these feelings and the way that I'm reacting to stuff is almost like taking over me a bit, and the way that she feels is influencing me a bit, which is really strange. By Manager Esquire's orders, I am here. So, oh, is it a rupture unit? Hysteria? Oh God, okay. Consume 5 love hate. Oh man, this is gonna be interesting to use. Oh, there is sinking in here as well though. 6% damage for every love hate on self. Oh, mark of villainy. Ooh. Okay, Arcana beats Minor Arcana Slave. Magical Arcana. Ooh, okay, there's a lot to this. Oh man, look, oh my God, look how much there is. Okay, definitely gonna have to get my head around this. A rapid chant, base power for every hysteria, gain 2 love hate. Unbreakable coin. Right. Well, overall, I will say the designs for the characters are absolutely peak. I think they look absolutely amazing, in all honesty. They really look good. The Rhodian, definitely, I will make part of my sinking squad. Like, I can absolutely do a sinking team around this. And I've been using a bleed team for a while with some sinking. So, like, blinking is what I call it. So it'd be nice to maybe swap back to a sinking team for a little while. I might attempt to do like one of my weeklies or something using this team. My lunacy has not been that low in a while, and that really makes me sad. I hate that I had to do that many pulls. Didn't get a single fucking announcer. Honestly, just bloody typical, isn't it? Absolutely bloody typical. Oh, right. Anyways, that is what it is. The Arknight's pulls are not going to be going this badly. And I tell you right now, I don't think I'm going to be pulling for anything else until the Arknight's collab, which I think is in about 3 months. So, like, I have time to build this up again. And hopefully there'll be some events. We'll have a 0.5 and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll have time to build up a bit of lunacy before then. And obviously just keep doing my weeklies and everything. But, yeah, that's pretty diabolical, I'm not going to lie. Like, that makes me so sad. Although I am also a bit concerned because I know we've got Honglu's ID coming up at some point soon. It must be coming soon. So I'm concerned and scared. And for God forbid if anything comes up for Gregor, I'm absolutely screwed if we get anything. Oh, mate, I can't. Anyways, I've got to have some self-control. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I'm sorry it wasn't a stream, but I did want to get this done, and I was a little bit concerned that I maybe wouldn't have too much time this week. So this is my experience with Walpurgis. It didn't go well. How did your Walpurgis go? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you want to see more Limbus, let me know as well. Also, something to note, and I will put it in a kind of like comment section down below as well, so you guys can kind of comment and let me know what you think. I've been struggling with the end of Library of Runa. I've kind of hit this point with Pluto, and I'm now struggling. I just genuinely also just have been struggling to get time to go around it. So I am considering basically just doing one final Library of Runa stream where we basically just sit there and finish the game. Like, I do not stop the stream until the game is done. So it would be like where Pluto is where it'd start. I don't know how much else is after that, but we're up to the Pluto fight. So if you think that's something logical that we could do, let me know in the comments below as well. And like I said, I will put it in the Discord and I'll put it down below so you guys can kind of give me your opinion. Obviously, if you want me just to finish up in videos, that's definitely something I can try and do. I just need to try and figure out how to get past this certain point I've hit. Woo. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. But thank you very much for watching. Like I said, if you want more, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We've got lots of playthroughs and all this kind of stuff on this channel. So if you want to see more, don't forget to do that. And we also have socials down below. Discord is a great place if you want to see when the videos are coming out and stream announcements and everything. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And I will hopefully catch you in the next video. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.